Sometimes I like to just start early because I'm just so anxious to get feeling like I'm doing something. And so Monday morning mobility, I'm now training hard enough to where I actually almost need a day off. So I love following my training peaks or following Strava or following my Aura ring to just kind of see this physical state that's kind of happening as I get fitter. And so Mondays are just something I look forward to make sure I should feel like I need a day off on Mondays. That's kind of my jam. So anyway, Monday morning mobility today. Let's start with a little foam rolling. We're going to start right in the belly of the hamstring and not use a lot of body weight. So just kind of support yourself with the back of your hands. This is for the premium group and for a lot of people doing my 9-week training program, strength program. This is build week 2. So we're coming off of a back week. So for me, that was mostly about, the back week was about bringing volume up just a little bit. And it was, you always have to consider where you're coming from. My volume has been relatively low. So even during a back week where the intensity came down a little bit, the volume stayed pretty consistent. And then this weekend, because I'm traveling this week, I just made a little bit of an adjustment and brought my volume up a little bit. So that's how I feel today. So build week 1, we definitely want to go into this week feeling good. So we're going through the hamstring here and just checking in on it. It should feel like nothing is really lighting up, like nothing is really saying ouch or it's pinny or there's shooting pain. It should maybe not even feel like a dull ache. It should feel pretty good, like it's saying I'm ready to do some work, right? So that's what we're trying to accomplish there. So let's go to the belly of the calf muscle and let's just use this as an assessment. We're not trying to impose giant change. We're just checking in on it. That muscle should feel healthy and relatively happy. So same thing down here, the calf muscle. The only sensation I'm really experiencing here, a little bit pinny on the outside of my calf, but that's not unusual for me. So just continue to work on strengthening peroneals and working towards getting stronger feet and ankles and lower legs. So as I go to the right side, I'm actually quite happy with the right side as well, through the calf muscle. So it's okay to feel healthy. It's okay to feel good, right? Going into a nice build week here. That feels good. Let's go right into that upper back. Get a little poppy cracky. Double arm relax. Grab that ponytail in the back if you have one. And we're just going to extend a little bit of tightness through the chest. A little bit of a toggle. Nice and easy. And good. All right, let's have a seat on the foam roller. So we're going to just have a seat. And again, unload some of your body weight with your hand. Foot is staying on the ground, both feet on the ground, and just checking in on those glutes. They feel pretty good. Again, there's just that little bit of dullness from the body weight on the foam roller, right? So we're just working through that, both feet on the ground. Same thing, other side. All right, good. Don't put your foam roller too far away. We're coming back to it. All right, we're going to go lateral half kneeling. So it's that position right there. So we're working on this inner thigh muscle. And all we want to do is hands on hips. Push the hips back, come right back. And that's not even that tight. That feels good. 2. If you've really had a big weekend for some reason, which most of us would have a big weekend, that pushing the hips back might feel a little bit tight. For me, not so much today. That's good. That makes me happy. We just got 5 of those. Same thing, other side. Lateral half kneeling. And we're just going to try this side. Oh, a little tighter on the left. 2. awareness, guys. Being aware of what's happening so there are no surprises. Whenever somebody comes to me with an issue, a physical pain or an issue, you know, the first question is, did it come on slowly or was there kind of a trauma? So with me, my left side is typically a little bit tighter. Broke my ankle. It was about 15 months ago now, so I'm still coming back, finding that right-left balance. So even though super healthy, I still feel a little bit more deconditioned on the left side of the body than the right. And it kind of can go either way, to be honest. Okay, so right here, every time you see me doing this, I'm just making sure that I have space between the ribs and the hips. You always want to create this lift. Push the hips back. Now this time, we're going to add the weight of the arms to the front. And without question, that should add load and a little bit of an intensity to the inner thigh. 2, just going to go 5, 3, dynamic movement, 4, one more, and 5, and switch to the other side. Lateral half kneeling, pull the ribs off the hips, push the hips back, 1, 2, 3, 4, good, and 5. Okay, from here, we're going to go into that full kneeling position. And the first movement is going to be lateral and then to the front. When we get to the front, we're going to lift the knee up 5 times. From there, after 5, you're going to lift it up and put it back. Okay? So we load to the right, little bit of lateral movement, bring the other side to the front. We're going to lift this knee up 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we're going to put it back. Now we're going to do the other side. We got 2 sets each side. 1, keep that chest nice and tall. Shouldn't be pushing you into the back seat. 3, 4, and 5. Lift that up, put it back. Lift it up, bring it to the front. 5 knee lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lift it up, put it back. Good. All right, let's head onto your back side of your body. And let's just go through a little bit of pelvic tilts. So from right here, when you lay back, your head is on the ground, you're looking straight up. Chin into the throat, lengthen your neck. From right here, we're going to drop the pubic bone so that there's space under the low back. And then we're going to lift the pubic bone and get rid of the space of the low back. So no movement in the knees. We're just going to drop the pubic bone, make space, pull the pubic bone closer to the belly button, over and over again. A little pelvic tilt. Pull the belly button, create space. That space should, your ribs should not be off the ground here, right? So we're just moving through that lumbar spine, the bottom half of the spine, or the bottom third. Good. And just keep tilting. All right, so now, this is the bottom half of our dead bug position. Put the heels of your hands on the front of your knees. That's going to make sure that you're not too much into hip flexion, okay? It's amazing how the human body has these measuring sticks. From right here, we're in the perfect lower half dead bug. And let's go ahead and flex and extend the feet. Keep the heels of the hands lightly on the knees. Pubic bone to belly button so the abdomen is on. And we're just going to flex and extend the feet. No space in the lower back. Hold that. Okay, feet stop. Heel to the ground. Heel to the ground. Lower abdomen is on. Do not lose the space in your low back. Breathing normally. And let's go back to flex and extend the feet. Pubic bone to belly button, flat back. Heels of the hands on the knees. Move the feet. Your stomach should be getting a little tired. Good. Feet on the ground. Let's go right back to create space in the low back. Drop the pubic bone. And then pull the pubic bone to the belly button. Nice little pelvic tilt into an anterior tilt. Back to neutral. Anterior tilt. You feel pointy hip bones. Neutral. Drop the sacrum. Drop the pubic bone, drop the sacrum. You should have full control of that movement. Seems easy. Most people are pretty stuck in the anterior tilt. Okay, widen your feet out so your feet are outside of your hips. Arms are going to go out to the side, palms down, and we're just going to drop that right knee in and then drop the left knee in. The upper body does not move on this one. We're just letting the hips toggle. And good. All right, from right there, let's go ahead and just, from there, unless I cue you to pubic bone to belly button and flatten your back, anterior tilt is not a bad thing. Let me repeat that. An anterior tilt in your pelvis is not a bad thing. The question is, are you able to get out of it and comfortably lay here in neutral, right? That's what we need. We need it to be able to get relief from being in an anterior tilt. All right, let's lay on the left side of the body. Bring the right knee up. Left arm grabs the leg. Right hand behind. And we're just going to gently rotate through the upper back. I introduced this movement last week. Hopefully you guys repeated it throughout the week. We're going to 8 reps today. It's so funny. So I had this conversation with one of my favorite people. We had this conversation about what we do on Wednesdays. And it was like, I think we can do Wednesday workouts any day. So I create workouts for people and plans, and I think what we came up with, and let's go to the other side. So you're laying on your right side, left leg is up at the height of the hip, right arm grabs the knee. So I'm thinking, tighter on this side, which isn't surprising. I'm going to make a whole series of Wednesday workouts, which are just little reminders for your body to stay in the game and continue to move well, even though we don't have a formal gym day per se on Wednesdays. So that kind of relates it to Monday mobility. I've got a couple of people that I see even in person who actually do Monday mobility every day. And so since there are over 120 episodes now, sorry, ponytail in place. Since there's over 120 episodes now, there's no reason why you can't, through the entire month of December, take these 15 to 20 minute episodes of Monday Mobility and go ahead and just do it every single day. And see the difference in the body and how the body not only does produce force and work, but also reduces force and rests. Okay, so you can do Monday Mobility like at the end of your day. Okay, right here, we got 2 hands on the ground. Spread the fingers out wide and just push the hips back 5 times. 2, 3. Now we've decoupled the hips. 4 and 5. Change sides. Keep the hands, fingers spread. Nice and strong. Push the hips back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go right back to that first side. Right leg out. And from right here, we're going to get right into a neutral position. Excuse me. So we have the same amount of weight on the hands as we do on the feet. So right here, and all we're going to do, right leg out, we're going to go right arm up. And then right arm underneath. And then right arm up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Same thing other side. Left leg out. Equal weight. So we're not heavy on the hands and we're not heavy on the legs. We're just like equal weight. Left side up. Left side under. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and good. All right, let's get up into a standing position. If you have a Mobo board, so a Mobo board was invented by Jay Deshary, who wrote a book called Anatomy for Runners, and Jay's a good friend and a super smart guy. The Mobo board was built to teach you how to load your foot into the ball joint of your big toe. That's where change of direction happens. That's where good rolling into pronation happens when you're running. So the Mobo board is a good tool to have, and I actively use it with my strength program, with my people. But it can also work very well to learn how to stand with a little bit of dorsiflexion. So that means your toes are a little bit closer to your knee and you don't have that. And it allows us to go into some dynamic, just by elevating one side of the Mobo board, elevating the toes. We can work through some nice ankle mobility, and we just want to be rhythmic in how we move into that. 10, and then let's go into the same thing. Now let's say you don't have a Mobo board. I promise you, most people will have a towel, and all you have to do is just fold it enough so that your toe is elevated. So you don't need fancy schmancy stuff. You just need to elevate the toe. All right. Now, do I think you should buy a Mobo board? Yes. I even have a code, a discount code for Mobo board, 10 ECFIT. Go to moboboard.com and say hi to Jay. Right? Nice and easy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you don't have a towel and you don't have a Mobo board, this works great. This just adds a little bit of more of a challenge. All right? One more set each side, and then we're calling it a workout. It's not actually a workout. It's just mobility. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Same thing other side. And there you have it. All right, guys. All right, don't forget, if you want to get a Mobo board, the code for that is 10 ECFIT, and go to moboboard.com. I hope you have an amazing week. let's get this, December is Friday. Let's get this week off to a really, really good start. Be kind to people, spread the joy, peace.